Okay, Mayor, we're ready. Okay, so. Thank you. Commissioner Joseph,
Present.
Commissioner Stuyvesant, Commissioner Vizcarra,
Here.
Vice Mayor Lama,
Here.
Mayor Svechin, all members present, ma'am.
Okay, great. If I can get everyone to stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ari, would you lead us, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Do we have an invocation?
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners, for the invitation. Again, as always, it's a pleasure being here. This is a prayer for the city. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. O God of mercy and justice, we lift up our city to you, its streets, its homes, its people. May your presence dwell among us, bringing peace where there is unrest, hope where there is despair, and light where there is darkness. Bless our leaders with wisdom and compassion. Guide those who serve, our police, firefighters, and educators. Protect the vulnerable, uplift the poor and the homeless, and comfort the lonely. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with humble hearts, seeking your guidance and grace for our beloved city. We ask for your blessings upon its streets, neighborhoods, and inhabitants. May peace and unity prevail within our community. Grant us the wisdom to support each other, fostering love and understanding among diverse cultures and backgrounds. Help us to work together for the common good, lifting those in need and sharing compassion with the vulnerable. May every person feel valued and respected, and may hope thrive in every heart. Surround our families with your light, and shield our children as they grow and learn in this city. Guide our leaders with wisdom and integrity. May they make decisions that honor the well-being of all residents, prioritizing justice and equality. Let them lead by example, inspiring us to engage in acts of service and community building. As we face challenges, we ask for resilience and strength. Help us to overcome division and negativity, turning our city into a beacon of hope and solidarity. We thank you for the beauty and potential within our community. May we always strive to build a city that reflects your love and grace. We especially pray for our healthcare workers, for the doctors, nurses, therapists, and caregivers who labor day and night to bring healing and comfort. May their hands be instruments of your healing, and their hearts be filled with your peace. Let our city be a place of refuge and renewal, where neighbors care for one another, where children grow in safety and joy, and where your love is known and shared. May we be instruments of your peace, working together to build a community rooted in justice, kindness, and truth. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Mauricio?
Okay, so the first item that we have on the agenda are the approval of the minutes for the regular city commission meeting on August 18th, the special city commission meeting on September 13th, the first budget hearing, special city commission meeting on September 11th, the second budget hearing, and the regular city commission meeting on September 17th. And just to note for the record, Mayor and Commissioners, we had a small revision on the minutes for the September 11th second budget hearing to include a public speaker, Mr. Stephen Hirsch.
Okay. I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right,
Perfect, thank you.
Mauricio, order of business?
Let's do your opening statement, Mayor.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate your attendance and thank you for joining us tonight. Before we begin, there are a few important reminders regarding conduct during our commission meetings. Please ensure all electronic devices are turned off or set to silent mode to maintain the integrity of our proceedings. Mutual respect is the foundation of productive discussions. We ask that everyone remain silent and attentive when someone is addressing the commission. Clapping, applauding, heckling, or any verbal outbursts, either in support or opposition of the speaker, are strictly prohibited. Any individual wishing to address the commission must fill out a public speaker's card and submit it to the city clerk before the relevant item is announced. Each speaker is granted a maximum of 3 minutes. Should you exceed this time, the chair will notify you to conclude your remarks. Speak directly to the agenda's points. Remain concise and avoid redundancy. Should an individual speak without the chair's permission or continue speaking after a warning, they may be escorted out of the chambers. It is essential to avoid making impertinent, slanderous remarks or becoming boisterous while addressing the commission. Such behavior may lead to being barred from future commission appearances, unless the majority of the commission members present vote otherwise. The presiding officer may disallow signs or placards in the commission chamber. Please exit the chamber quietly and without disruption. The goal of our meetings is to facilitate public input and participation. However, disruptive or disorderly conduct hinders our collective objective. Individuals who want to speak on an item on the agenda are asked to fill out a public speaker's card and give it to the city clerk before the item is called. Speakers are asked to speak to the issues, make comments concise and to the point, and refrain from making duplicate comments. All speakers will be limited to 1 3-minute comment per item. If you exceed the 3-minute allotment, the chair will advise you to finish your comment. If you speak out of turn without permission from the chair and/or you do not cease speaking after 1 warning, you will be escorted out of chambers. In order to maintain orderly conduct and/or proper decorum at these meetings, anyone who interferes with the orderly process of the meetings after a warning may be removed from the meeting and may be barred from further appearance before the City Commission, as permitted in S-286, 0114, FS and SS 74-5 and 74-21 of the City's Code of Ordinances. Any necessary removal will be made at the direction of the mayor and will be carried out by law enforcement or a designated sergeant-at-arms. It is essential that attendees adhere to these rules of procedure to ensure productive meetings that serve both the public and the City Commission. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so we have a couple of changes to tonight's agenda, Mayor and Commissioners. Items 5A, which is a zoning application for a site plan modification at 17749, has been deferred. Item 5B, request from MBRE Investments for a site plan approval at 19051 Collins Avenue, has been deferred. Item 8A, which is an ordinance amending the text of the future land use element of the comprehensive plan, has also been deferred, as well as items 9P, a resolution for the purchase and sale agreement of the property at 19151 North Bay Road, and 9Q, which is a resolution approving the issuance of a proclamation for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month.
Okay. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. Before we start, welcome everyone. It's nice to see there's a lot of people in the audience. So you heard the opening remarks, but please, if you want to speak on any item, please go ahead and fill out a public speaker card. If you change your mind, you can just say, I changed my mind. But once the item has started, you're not going to be able to speak. So just do that right now. And then some of those items that are removed, if you want to just take note of that in case you want to speak about any of those items. Okay, Mauricio.
Okay, so ordinance for first reading. 6A is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, repealing Chapter 150 of the Code of Ordinances entitled Exterior Walls and Awnings, amending Chapter 265, Article 2 of the Land Development Regulations entitled Definitions and Rules of Construction to define the color the city color palette, creating Article 8 of the Land Development Regulations entitled Architectural and Design Standards to establish citywide design regulations including exterior color and material requirements, providing for repealer, providing for severability, providing for codification, and providing for an effective date.
Good evening again, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Commissioners. We just heard this item as part of the LPA, but for the purposes of this meeting, I'm going to provide another brief overview of the ordinance. So this is regarding our exterior color and materials, which is currently regulated and has been so since 1998. This ordinance does three specific things. It moves the regulations from Chapter 150 into the Land Development Regulations of Chapter 265. This is more clear for administrative purposes that this is a zoning regulation, and it also allows procedural clarity in case anyone wants to vary from the color or material requirements. The second thing that this ordinance achieves is it allows for accent colors. Specifically, 25% of the exterior wall surface area can be black, dark brown, or dark gray. And then finally, the ordinance creates a definition for the city color palette, and that is to be adopted by resolution of the City Commission. So this improves efficiency by now we can amend to add or remove colors to the city color palette by resolution rather than by an ordinance which requires 2 readings. Should this ordinance be approved for first reading tonight, when it comes back to you for second reading, we'll have a companion resolution for you to consider and formally adopt the city color palette. So with that, I'm available if you have any questions.
Great, thank you. Mauricio, do we have any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Any questions from the commission?
No.
I'll take a motion, please.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, wait, this is an ordinance.
This is an ordinance, yes. Okay. Commissioner Joseph.
Yes.
Commissioner Stuyvesant. Commissioner Viscara.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lama.
Yes.
Mayor Svechin.
Yes.
The ordinance passes on first reading. The second reading will be scheduled for November.
Okay, next item, please.
Next item is 6B. An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach amending Section 26-3 of the city's Code of Ordinances titled City Commission Resolution to Provide Election Information, Change of Polling Places, amending Section 26-5 titled Canvass of Election Returns, Certificate of Election, amending Section 26-6 titled Qualifying as a Candidate for Mayor or City Commissioner, Fee, amending Section 26-7 titled Supplemental Qualifying Period, amending Section 26-8 titled Contents, Filing, and Form of Oath, amending Section 26-9 titled Names of Qualified Candidates to be printed on ballot, amending Section 26-10 titled Installation of New Officers, amending Section 26-13 titled Elections, amending Section 26-14 titled Terms of Office, Residential Areas, Term Limits, amending Section 26-16 titled Vacancies, Forfeiture of Office, Filing of Vacancies, repealing Section 26-11 titled Repealer, repealing Section 26-15 titled Qualifications, providing for severability, providing for repealer, providing for inclusion in the city code, providing for an effective date. So, Mayor and Commissioners, this ordinance comes forward to you. It was discussed at length during the City Commission workshop in September. I'll go briefly over the main points unless you all want me to go one by one on what the changes are. But primarily, the biggest change, or one of the bigger changes, is regarding the qualifying period. Right now, the city code provides for the qualifying period to be between the 84th and 81st day. This ordinance changes that to the 92nd and 88th. So basically, that's moving it up a week and adding an extra day for it to be for the full week, 5 days. The next change is regarding the supplemental qualifying period. So in the event that after qualification.
Can you just tell us what section you're in when you're?
Yes,
telling us
yes,
the
okay.
change?
So that previous section regarding the qualifying dates can be found in section 26-6.
Thank you.
26-7, the supplemental qualifying period. This would be in the event of the death, removal, or withdrawal of a qualified candidate, resulting in only one candidate remaining on the ballot. So this would provide for an additional 2 days of qualifying period to see if there's anyone else in the city that can qualify to run for office. If not, then that person would be deemed to be duly elected as a result of not having any opposition. And also, just to go back for 1 second, these changes are born out of the amendments to the charter that were made in 2023. So we're just making it consistent throughout. 26-10, the installation of officers. This is as a result of those changes to the charter. The election results will now be accepted on the 14th day after the results have been certified. And the City Commission will call for a special meeting to accept those results and then to install those officers to enter into the discharge of their duties. Okay, the other significant change, or addition, I should say, is found in section 26-12, paragraph F. And this addresses the unlikely events of there being a tie after a runoff election. So if you all recall, during the discussion that we had in September, I mentioned that it would be prudent for us and a best practice to make sure that our code specifies the procedures to address the tie in the event that there is one after a runoff election. So after researching several municipalities, I included some language there, a procedure. It's just a suggestion that I'm making to you all. You all are free to change it, to take it out, to propose something else. But basically what happened is that if there is a tie, we would hold a special city commission meeting, and the two candidates would be present with the representatives. It would be a meeting that would be open to the public as well. Their names would be printed 10 times each on identical pieces of paper of both weight and color, would be placed inside a container, a clear container, shaken, and then the city clerk would put their hand in, draw a piece of paper out, read the name out loud, and then after a post audit, would declare the winner. And then that's pretty much the gist of it, Mayor Commissioner. So if there's any questions, or if you want me to go more detailed on anything.
Do we have any public speakers?
No public speakers.
Okay, does anyone have any questions? I know we went into in great lengths, but does anyone have any additional questions, new questions? I'll take a motion then.
I'll make a motion.
I have a question. So the pieces of paper, do we know the measurement of those?
It'll be big enough to fit their name.
Huh?
Big enough to fit their name.
It's not gonna, okay.
Yeah, so it's all be uniform so
Like
that
an
there's no
index card
distinction.
size.
Something of the like, yes.
Okay.
Um,
You like a fortune cookie paper.
Okay, can we, does anyone have any questions? Because we have a motion on the table.
With impervious concrete.
Trying to keep it serious.
Sorry.
All right, do we have a second?
I'll sec.
Okay, this is an ordinance.
Yes. Commissioner Stuyvesant. Commissioner Viscaro.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lamo.
Yes.
Commissioner Joseph.
Yes.
Mayor Svechin.
Yes,
The ordinance passes on first reading. Second reading will be scheduled for November.
thank you. Next item, please.
Next item is 9C, which is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, creating Chapter 187 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Sunny Isles Beach entitled Vessels and Waterways to establish.
6C.
6C. You
What did I
said
say?
9C.
Yeah, you
Excuse me,
did.
I meant
was in the wrong
6C.
one.
I
Okay,
apologize.
that's right.
6C. An ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, creating Chapter 187 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, entitled Vessels and Waterways, to establish regulations of the anchoring of certain vessels upon the city's jurisdictional waters, providing for implementation, repeal or severability, codification, and an effective date.
Okay.
Mayor,
City
Vice
Attorney.
Mayor, Commissioners, this last legislative session, the legislature passed HB 481, which amended Section 327.60 of the Florida statutes, giving some additional ability for local governments within counties that have a certain population to further regulate anchoring of vessels within their jurisdictional waterways. At your direction, we've prepared an ordinance to do that. You really didn't have anything in your code with regards to vessels and waterways, so we were creating or suggesting to create Chapter 187 dealing with that. So this particular ordinance is drafted, does three critical things. One, as the statute permits, it regulates and prohibits overnight anchoring within your jurisdictional waters for a period of 30 days or more within a 6-month period. So if you're gonna you can go ahead and anchor overnight, but you have a limitation of 30 days, and that's within a 6-month period. Additionally, and previously in the statute, there was also provisions where you as a city could restrict and or regulate liveaboard vessels, floating structures, and commercial vessels, excluding commercial fishing vessels, and how they anchor in the city. Since it's permitted by the statute, I put that in there as well, where that would not be permitted at any time. So no houseboats, floating structures like barges that act as restaurants or vending or so on and so forth, and commercial vessels that are not fishing vessels. And that's primarily it. It would be enforced through, because it is a city ordinance and not a state statute, it would be enforced through Chapter 14. And we've set forth the fines and the procedures that are already in place in Chapter 14 with due process, special magistrate, appeal, and so on and so forth.
Okay, thank you. Do we have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Are there any comments or questions from the commission?
No.
I'll take a motion, please.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
Second.
Mauricio?
Commissioner Viscara,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lama,
Yes.
Commissioner Joseph,
Yes.
Commissioner Stuyvesant, Mayor Svechen.
Yes.
The ordinance passes on first reading. Second reading is scheduled for November.
Okay, next item, please.
6D is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, amending ordinance number 2024-168, approving budget amendment number VA 242507 to the city's operating and capital improvement budget for the 2024-2025 fiscal year, authorizing the city manager to do all things necessary to implement the terms and conditions of this ordinance, providing for an effective date.
Mr. City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this is our final budget amendment for the fiscal year, and it results in some reallocation of funds, including a reduction in employee health insurance, and we've offset that to other funds, but close out the last fiscal year.
Thank you. Do we have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Any comments or questions from the commission?
No.
I'll take a motion, please.
Motion.
Second.
Mauricio?
Vice Mayor Lama,
Yes.
Commissioner Joseph,
Yes.
Commissioner Stuyvesant, Commissioner Viscara,
Yes.
Mayor Svechen.
Yes.
The ordinance passes on first reading. Second reading is scheduled for November.
Okay, now we're on to resolutions.
9A is a resolution approving a second amendment to the agreement with Douglas Robertson to provide law enforcement accreditation consulting services.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this is the second amendment for agreement with Mr. Robertson. He is our consultant that helps us with the accreditation for the police department in an amount not to exceed $30,000.
Okay, thank you. Any public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Any comments or questions from the commission?
No.
I'll take a motion, please.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next item, please.
9B is a resolution approving an agreement with Bosch Enterprises for the purchase and installation of 2 lifeguard towers in an amount not to exceed $205,700.
City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this allows for the purchase of 2 additional lifeguard stands, an amount not to exceed $205,700.
Any speakers?
No speakers.
Any questions or comments?
No.
I'll take a motion, please.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next item.
9C is a resolution approving a Fourth Amendment to the agreement with UKG Chrono Systems for a 35-day extension of the agreement.
Mr. City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this allows for a 35-day extension for this company, UKG Chronos. They handle our police software, and this will allow us to align this contract with another contract.
Okay. Do we have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll take a motion. Oh, any comments?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Just a quick question, Mr. City Manager. During the agenda review, I believe that the finance director said something about combining items. Mauricio?
Yes, we're going to combine 9D through 9H.
So 9D through 9H is combined, so anyone that was planning to speak on any of those items, please fill out a card. Okay, next item.
Okay. 9D is a resolution authorizing the expenditure of budgeted funds with Central Square Technologies for the maintenance and subscription services for certain informational technology services. 9E is a resolution authorizing the expenditure of budgeted and approved funds with PC Solutions integration for hardware and software maintenance and subscription related to the city's cybersecurity network. 9F is a resolution ratifying an increase in the expenditure of budgeted funds for the purchase of computer workstations and related equipment with Dell Marketing. And 9G is a resolution ratifying an increase to the purchase order with Staples for the purchase of necessary office supplies and equipment for fiscal year 2024 through 2025. And 9H is a resolution ratifying an increase to the blanket purchase order with Publix for the purchase of necessary goods and services for fiscal year 2024-2025.
City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, these items represent either a renewal or year-end closeout of some existing usual purchases that we make throughout the year.
Okay. Mauricio, do we have any speakers on those items?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Any comments or questions from the commission?
No.
Take a motion, please.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mauricio?
Okay, 9I is a resolution approving a First Amendment to the continuing services with Keith and Associates, doing business as Keith, to provide landscape architectural services on an as-needed basis. Mayor, we're also going to combine 9J and 9K.
Okay.
9J is a resolution approving a First Amendment to the continuing services agreement with Miller Lake Associates to provide landscape architectural services on an as-needed basis. 9K is a resolution approving a First Amendment to the continuing services with Bromello, Alhamil, and Partners to provide landscape architectural services on an as-needed basis.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, these are landscape architects that we use periodically throughout the year. We procured this through the purchasing department through an RFQ.
Okay. Mr. City Clerk, do we have any speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any comments from the commission?
No.
I'll take a motion, please.
Motion.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, so now 9L. Excuse me. 9L is a resolution approving a Second Amendment to the project agreement with BEA Architects to provide professional architectural design services for the renovation of the property located at 18050 Collins Avenue.
Mr. City Manager? Deputy Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commissioners. This is a Second Amendment to the agreement with BEA Architects, who is the designer for the building offices next door and the future CREMA. These changes were happening throughout the process, and it includes extra money for additional meetings if needed. However, we don't expect to use all of those. It would bring the total contract price with them to $416,018.88.
Okay. Do we have public speakers? Any comments or questions from the commission?
I do have a few questions.
Go ahead.
So it says here that the changes are to provide a wider opening between the outside dining and interior space. That is for the building department, for the restaurant, or because we don't have no drawings in the package. So what is it gonna be, that wider space?
It was to renovate the east wall that is used by Crema.
So this is for the restaurant.
That's for the restaurant side, yes.
So
to
why
make
are we
it
paying
more
for it?
more marketable.
So why are we paying
This
for
is
the
the
design?
design that we're responsible for because we own the property.
Because we decide that we wanna pay for it, basically. And also in the relocation of the restrooms, that is for Crema as well?
That was for our benefit. We were losing too much space to have a lockout space if they were shared restrooms between Crema and the building department. To have access closed at night when the building department was closed, we had to have a full hallway, which was taking up the size of a full office.
But still, this is the restroom for the restaurant.
It's both. It's for the public that comes to visit the building department and for the restaurant. I mean,
Okay.
the relocation is for both.
So this is almost like a 60% increase only for the designing of what was supposed to be an income generator property that we should be receiving millions of dollars by now, and now it became a forever expense. And still, nothing is there. We are gonna have a state-of-the-art building department for what is supposed to be a completely virtual process, meaning that the people doesn't need to go to the building department. So I hope that we understand that in the future, what is supposed to be a $200 fee to change your toilet or my toilet is gonna be now a $1,000 fee to change your toilet or my toilet, because this is, like I said, $500,000 to design a building department building that is already there is a disgrace. This is a waste of money. This is being from the very beginning, promises made, promises not kept by bad politicians. So I don't want to have part on any of this. I'm only happy and hopeful that it's going to take so long to finish this, that the new administration next year is going to be able to undo all this. Because again, this is a disgrace.
Anyone else? Commissioner Viscar?
Yes, I take issue with the $1,000 permit toilet comment. That is baseless.
Okay.
It's not going to be $1,000.
How you know?
How do you know?
Because you know the fees that the people pay is based on the expenses of the building department. So it's not the same expense that you're going to have here in the second floor and the third floor that you're going to have in the state-of-the-art $9 million facility. So clearly, if now you're going to be in a $9 million facility instead of being here in the third floor of the city hall, the expenses are going to be much higher. Especially when when this is supposed to be virtual. Most municipalities are cutting into this to help the residents of the residents. We are going against the trend of, instead of lowering the expenses of building department, we are increasing them. That's what I said. I don't want to have part of any of this. And yes, by default, the fees are going to continue increasing.
That is an opinion. That is not a fact, and you're stating it as fact. If
You always say that you.
opinion.
Yeah.
You can have your opinion.
Hold on.
Like,
I just,
no, I haven't
Commissioners,
finished.
no, one
Okay.
second. Commissioner Viscar has got the floor. Please let her finish.
Okay.
Thank you, but I'm done. I
Okay.
just wanted to make sure that we understand that there are opinions and there are facts.
Correct.
You're entitled to your opinion.
Sure.
Wonderful. I think you're wrong. That's my opinion. And this is an opinion conversation, not a factual statement.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, hold on, please. Vice Mayor, did you want to ask a question?
Yeah, then we actually, not long ago, revised the fees, and actually, any permit fees were decreased for like normal homes and increased for developers?
Mr. City Manager?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Commissioner Stuyvesant, did you want to add something?
Yeah, yes. like I said, I don't want to get into nothing personal, but I study with numbers. I'm an economist, so I know about numbers and I know about construction. Like you said in the previous meeting, you divorce people.
I divorce people.
Yes, exactly. So this is going to be, we will see in the future what is it that is going to end up being the price of a fee for a toilet today and next year whenever they move here, if they move.
Okay.
Well, we just decreased the fees for regular homes
I
and
want
apartments.
to make sure everyone has
so
an opportunity
I
to
just want
speak.
to state the facts out there.
Thank you. Commissioner Joseph, do you want to add anything?
I just want to put on the record that I've always been against the movement over to Tony Roma's for the building department.
Okay.
And I'm also hopeful that this project takes a long, long time so it can be corrected.
Okay. I'll take a motion then.
Motion.
I'll second, but I want to say that I've always been in favor of moving the building department to that building. And then I just wanted to kind of go back and talk a little bit about the history that this commission came to the agreement where we could do and commercialize or get some rental profit from it, because the first idea was to only have a restaurant there, okay? We've had bad experiences before with some of the rentals that we have managed or supposedly managed, okay? So this commission, we had this lengthy discussion. We came to the agreement of part of that building was going to be for the building department and the other part to have some sort of, cafe or restaurant. So I just wanted to clarify that issue and remind people.
Thank you. Would you like to
And
second?
I was always in favor of having the building department there.
All right. We want to second the motion?
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed.
Okay. Mauricio?
9M is a resolution awarding invitation to bid number 250401 and approving an agreement with YC Group for the Bella Vista Seawall Replacement Project.
City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, this is to build a seawall or replace the seawall at the Bella Vista Park site.
Okay. Mauricio, do we have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Any comments from the commission? Take a motion then.
I have a question.
Go ahead, please.
This replacement, is it, are king pilings being installed as well?
I'm sorry, the question was?
Are king pilings being installed as well? To reinforce the wall?
It's a brand-new wall, so
brand
yes,
new
there's
wall.
pilings. There is no seawall there now.
Oh, there's no seawall at all?
It's a riprap and some coral rock.
Okay, so were they originally installing king pilings, do you know?
Are they? Yes, it's in the design.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Second, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next item, please.
9N is a resolution rejecting proposals submitted in response to request for proposals number 250801 titled Temporary Holiday Theme Experience.
City Manager?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the commission, we put this out to bid for temporary holiday themed experience, and we had to reject those bids for failure to comply with our bid requirements.
Okay. Do we have any public speakers? Okay. Any comments from the commission?
The bids and the requirements and the overall was not shared with us in the agenda, right?
No, it's not included in the agenda.
We did go into it somewhat.
It's-
Wait,
in
1
the
second,
agenda
please.
review.
It wasn't included as part of the agenda, but it is on file and available upon request.
I would like to receive a copy because this is again very similar to what happened with Tony Roma's. We have very qualified restaurants wanting to rent a space and to spend millions of dollars on it, not us making plans or designing or nothing. And we rejected based on the recommendation, which apparently was a very bad recommendation back then. So with here, we are kind of going into the same path of just based on a recommendation without facts and information, making this decision. So no, without the full information, I'm not, I don't feel comfortable rejecting those bids.
Okay. Thank you.
So I would like to say
Please go ahead.
that I was present at the agenda review, and apparently these companies that had bid, it was requested of them to submit financials, and they did not submit their financials. And that was the reason for them being rejected.
Thank you, Commissioner Joseph. I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Next item, please.
9O is a resolution authorizing the participation in a lawsuit seeking, among other things, to declare that Senate Bill 180's imposition of a blanket statewide prohibition on the exercise of home rule authority over land use and zoning regulations is unconstitutional and should be enjoined, and retaining Weiss, Sirota, Helfman, and Cole to prosecute the lawsuit.
City Attorney?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commissioners, this was a discussion item at the last meeting where we discussed the potential joining of a lawsuit challenging SB 180, which was passed by the legislature in the last session, which severely hampers every jurisdiction, every city and every county in the entire state of Florida from amending their land use development regulations and their comp plans through 2027 at the very least, that are deemed either more restrictive or more burdensome without that being defined. A 45-page or 46-page lawsuit was filed September 29th by 25 jurisdiction, 2 counties, and the rest are municipalities, villages, or towns. And the initial cost for joining is $10,000. There would be an additional $5,000 if it goes on appeal, and then if it goes to the Florida Supreme Court, there would be an additional $5,000. But it's something that certainly needs to be challenged. In fact, it's impacting your comp plan amendment as we speak today. 3 items were deferred today because of it, and we've deferred something previously at other meetings. It's an incredible encroachment on home rule and our ability, any jurisdiction's ability in the state of Florida to regulate its land use.
Thank you. Do we have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Do we have comments from the commission?
Only that it's, I mean, it is a huge encroachment.
Yeah.
And we have to defend home rule. So, I mean, I support it.
Okay. Would you like to make a motion?
I'll make
But
a motion.
I think Alex, did you have something to say?
No,
No?
I'm just
Okay.
agreeing.
I'll make the motion.
All in
Or
favor?
whatever, I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Mauricio?
9R is a resolution approving the issuance of a proclamation recognizing November 16th, 2025 as UNESCO International Day of Tolerance.
This is a proclamation recognizing the International Day of Tolerance on November 16, 2025. This day serves as a global reminder of the importance of mutual respect, understanding, and peaceful coexistence among the diverse cultures and communities. By issuing this proclamation, the city affirms its commitment to promoting inclusivity, combating prejudice, and fostering a civic environment rooted in empathy and dialogue. Approval of this proclamation will reinforce our dedication to these values and align our city with international efforts to build a more tolerant and harmonious society.
Thank you. Do we have public speakers?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Any comments from the commission? Just, Commissioner Stuyvesant, would you like to make a motion on your item? Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Mauricio?
Okay, so that's the end of the business portion of the agenda. We're now on to public speakers,
Okay.
the Citizens Forum. First one is Vitaly Falkovich.
Move fast. Vitaly, I know that you've been here many times, so I'm just going to say this for everybody else. You have 3 minutes. Please say your name and your address for the record. Nice to see you.
My name is Vitaly Falkovich, 9280 Southwest 167 Terrace, Palmetto Bay, Florida. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Number one is one of the sergeants in Sunny Island Beach Police Department was injured while in the line of duty. I asked the council that you guys provide a proclamation for his courage and thanking him for his job well done, risking his life so citizens of Sunny Island Police are able to sleep safe. Also, on several occasions being in this meeting, I heard that attack on the Madam Mayor. I think it's not number one, it's not appropriate. Number two is, this is one of the best administrations that I've seen as a visitor of Sunny Isle Beach Police, of Sunny Isle Beach Beach. And I believe that one of the greatest things is that as driving here, I believe that you guys are doing a great job, and that starts with Madam Mayor and the administration. Also, one of the things that I would like to mention, since I've been driving here, I noticed that there's a double parking. When you come on Collins Avenue, the trucks park and blocking the lane, and the problem is some of them did not use the emergency thing, and it can cause an accident. It can also cause more traffic than is already here in Sunny Isle. I really appreciate the job you guys do, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments. They're noted. Next speaker.
Diana Palacios.
Good evening. My name is Diana Palacios, and I live in 19390 Collins Avenue, Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, and I'm here with a group of membership of the owners of Ocean View A. We are requesting the city to please get involved. We have hired an independent engineer to give us a comparable report for the garage structure that we need to fix in our building, but our current administration has inflated the numbers with an absurd amount of a loan of $13 million. We are on our third assessment right now, and they're ready to pass the fourth assessment within the next couple of weeks. Our new board will be coming in next month, and this is only 6 weeks short of the new board coming in if a new board is elected. Additionally, they want to include windows, which the city has already told us that we don't need for the 50-year certification. We have requested the DVPR to get involved since December. It is under investigation because there is a lot of fraudulent activity and mismanagement of funds in our building. Additionally, we have requested for electronic voting. It was approved. They refused to implement it. We have also know that there is conflict of interest with the new management group company and the bank offering the loan, as the loan officer works for both companies right now. So we really truly ask our representatives, you here today, to please get involved, because we're at this point have no idea what else to do. They're asking us to pay a fourth assessment, which we can't afford. A lot of the people in our building are stranded for money, but additionally, the amount of money that they're requesting for each one of those projects is insane. So thank you for your time, and I really hope you can consider getting involved.
Thank you. And in the back, you can get our contact information, and also if you need to, you can make an appointment through Myra with our PD as well. Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Patricia Alvarez.
Good evening, Patricia Alvarez, 18201 Collins Avenue, Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, 33160. The reason of my presence here today is to bring to you a situation that is occurring with Pelican. They're renting the field to adults at the same time that they're running the basic program in Margolis Way. This is a conversation that I've been having since the day of Sylvia Flores was here. I went ahead and talked to Gail after, and I talked to Collins too. It's been going on for years. Many parents are complaining because at the same time that they run the programs between Monday to Friday from 4 to 8, they close the park for adults and rent the field. And basically our youth that cannot drive, they cannot go anywhere. They don't have any other fields available for play. I've been advocating to the person in charge of the department for make an organic logistic for them to be able to rent the field in another slot, but making sure that when they're renting the field to the adults, they have the opportunity to take a vehicle and drive other places. Don't lock our kids to not have any field to practice because they are running the competitive program or they are running the soccer or whatever program they're running in the other park. So that's it's a petition going on also in reference of that because it's affecting a lot of our youth. So if you can please help the person in charge of this department to try to look for a more organic situation and please be able to provide some slot for the adults and some adult and some for the kids. When you have when they took away from them Sunday evenings, but they still read the field on Wednesday night and Friday night. But on Friday night and Wednesday night, they're actually training in when. So at those two time slot, it's nowhere that they can go and play and practice any sport if they need it. So if you can advocate for that, that will be amazing.
Yes, I know you're very involved, and the city manager has been speaking to the soccer parents, some soccer moms. So yes, your comments are noted. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mauricio, I don't know if the time is working.
Yes, it's not working
All
properly.
right, next speaker.
Patrick Dunn.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commission. Patrick Dunn, 317 191 Terrace. Come before you tonight to express an ongoing situation where I am losing the use of my backyard. There are a couple buses that are parked right behind the wall there underneath William Lehman Causeway. And while I do not spend the whole day, nor every day of the week out there, it seems that more often than not, when I'm out there with my grandkids or just trying to enjoy my backyard, these buses are left idling, sometimes up to an hour when maintenance is being performed or they're cleaning the inside of the bus. It makes my backyard completely uninhabitable. I've reached out to Mr. Morris as well as code compliance to no avail. I've just requested, it's a huge parking lot back there. On the north side, they could easily park these buses. They would be adjacent to an already established parking garage. No, it's not going to happen. I said, okay, hey, can we turn these buses in the opposite direction? No, not going to happen. They can park however or wherever they want. I think it's an utter disgrace. I was also told that they only leave their buses idling up to 6 minutes, which I believe in one of the Florida statutes, it might come into tail. Okay, this is a total fabrication. I made a request for our city's video surveillance, and I asked that they do not delete any of the metadata or video that might be available to prove that's that fact. I'd really like for the commission to step up and address this problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. Your comments are noted, and I know you're not the only one that's complained about that, so thank you. Mauricio?
That's all, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I really appreciate it, and please know that you've been heard. Meeting adjourned.